Good afternoon and welcome to this quiet and sacred space. So I invite you to take a deep breath, a deep conscious breath with me, with you. Just pulling your breath all the way down to your tummy, pushing that tummy out so you know you're bringing it in. So I do hope I'm okay, because I've been sneezing all day and it's here, my whole nose is full of bubbles. But as we breathe, we can imagine all our cells being nourished, so dancing in delight with the oxygen and the crystalline atoms, light energy that serves the light body within our divine self. This is the light energy that heals. So if you've got anything to heal, you go where you need healing. But for me, for a while now, I've been trying to, I suppose, understand why my immune system, well, I know my immune system is so on alert, it's working overactive because of all this light that's coming in, which is radiation. And this is one of the reasons I'm getting so many allergies now. And it's like the antidote is to take the antihistamine. So I'm getting this production of more and more histamine. And I don't want it. So today I'm going to focus on this, trying to balance this immune system reaction to all the light. Maybe in some way my DNA needs to be changed. It's just one of these symptoms we go through as we journey, but we can't turn back anymore. We're nearly there. Embodied realization. We're going to look at our hands and be able to look right through it. My hair is still going to become red or orange copper gold. But anyway, now we're just breathing, coming back into balance. Just allowing the tensions to fall away. You see, the more and more light we embody, the more darkness is shown, is found, and it comes to the surface for us to embrace, acknowledge, and allow to transmute and release. So just breathing, being quiet, just feeling yourself drop into this space of all that is. Consciousness, energy that serves you. And for energy to serve us, we must remember we have to be intentional. So we have to have a plan, even not an end result, because we have to allow creation to be free, to create itself, but we have to have a path or an intention to bring in the energies to allow it to happen. So I put my intention out now about this immune system has to come into balance. And I'm not sure what it's going to take. So the lumps on my legs have to go. I had them last year and they come and go. And I've had sneezing fits, but this is all day now. So something's happening. So I'd love to hear from you after this time, what's been happening to you, your immune system. So lots of people are awakening now, massive, massive. It came to my attention that people are searching for spiritual awakening on the internet. It's gone up, for instance, from 10 people to 10,000 people, just like that. So I am very happy. So I would like to focus a little bit on awakening, what it means. For me, it means that these blinkers, these narrow blinkers we've been put on at birth, are like melting away, getting bigger and bigger. So we see a bigger slice of our relationship to the world and what's happening. But it not only comes through the seeing sense, it's like a knowingness. Intuition opens up. And we sense. And we call it the sixth sense, the intuition, but actually it is the first sense. But of course, this is all part of the big picture and how we, as humanity, playing the duality game, could play the power game. So some people pretended to have no power and the other people could take it away. And this is played since the beginning of time, and it's still being played. So we sense this power play. And people can only play with you if you play the victim. If you play, oh, I have no power, I have no choice. So this is what's happening now, and more people are seeing what's happening. And physically now, in America, we can see how it's not working. Still not working. In fact, it's getting worse. So more and more people are doing the research thinking, well, what's happening? This is supposed to be all right, you know? We've got a good leader in. And in England, I think it's a one big disaster. My goodness, it's like a big experiment to see what the population does. But I've always understood it only takes, for instance, 10% of an awakened people to make a difference, to change it. And so we see the power play crumbling, all the institutions and governments, slowly, they're tumbling down. So that's one bit of awakening, that we see this power play. And when we see this, we start to realize, okay, so if I'm not a victim and if I'm not powerless and I have a choice, so we start being curious about, what's happening? Who am I? And this beautiful dialogue begins with ourself. And we realize that, wow, it's like a treasure trove within. Everything is here, magnificent, powerful, beyond explanation even, because it goes against everything that we've been taught, all the linear. There is no box to define it. So it's purely on, it's like nothing to back it up, no proof, nothing. It's just a feeling. And we have to go with that. And of course, as awakened people, we have to deal with the unawakened people. And they just think we're crazy, idiots. And unfortunately, we just have to know that we're not. Anyway, I hope you're still just breathing nicely, focusing on this coming into balance, this new focus of changing whatever's necessary on a physical level. So the body, how our immune system can work better for us. Because it's time now to not go through all these symptoms anymore. Enough is enough. But what happens? So when we're on this journey, awakening, we start to look at our interaction with the environment, with people. And it's very important that we look at how we judge. How we judge ourselves and how we judge others. Why do we judge? It's part of how we've been brought up to get a place in life. You have to analyze everything and put in all this effort to get to somewhere. And to get there, you have to, I suppose, judge yourself and others to come into a space that you think will be better, that you'll be rewarded or get more money or have more success. So we have been brought up to judge how to come into a position, a better position. Because if you don't do anything, if you're lazy, if you don't work hard and be busy all the time, you'll get nowhere. And if nobody likes you, if no boys like you, oh, you'll become a spinster. So this is this continuous judgment that we've been taught. It's number one. But actually, as we learn to judge yourself or other people, is absolutely keeping you, tying you into this game, good, bad, you know? It's a one big distraction, and you can never relax. So in fact, just as I was talking, it's like my whole body clenches up in coming into a position in life, becoming somebody, not hurting anybody, you know, being good, keeping out the way from bad ones. No wonder we get stressed up just by that. So just now, let's just breathe it all out, all this judgment, and realize it's not good or bad, our having done this. It's purely been an experience to realize that we don't need to judge anybody, anything, because there is this game that we're awakening to, this power play, and it is part of the game that keeps you in the victim or an aggressor, if that's what you've been playing. The narcissist, the controller. Also, judging ourselves, never allowing ourselves to relax. All this stress on the body and our immune system is continually on the fight and flight. It knows no better. So maybe this is what we have to bring into balance, this fight and flight. We really have to surrender to this part of our past, our experience. And maybe it's going to take a while. So every day, maybe we can write something down so we can really focus on talking to this part of our immune system that doesn't have to fight anymore, doesn't have to run away, that we can just sit back and relax and accept everything that's happening, everything, really. Accepting it means that we've given up saying it's good or bad. It's just what it is. And we know, because a lot of us have this sense that if we are good to ourselves in a way that we feel good, we're well, we will radiate this wellness, this vibration of wellness out, and it will only attract better things. So we don't have to worry about anything bad happening to us unless we stay in this mode of victimhood, of fight. And even though it's our immune system, if that's still fighting, we still have some work to do somewhere. So actually, today is an aha moment for me, because now I'm really understanding, even though I understand it about everything, lots of things. My physical immune system still has to catch up. So this needs a relationship. So I need to talk to this part of myself and come into balance. And that feels good. It's like, I really now have to let go of all this tension. It's like, feels like a tension from years and years of exhaustion, of having to do the right thing. Otherwise, this judgment will be, this voice will come along, not good enough. Why did you do that? Instead of just accepting and not labeling anything as good or bad, or I like this, I don't like this anymore. We do things what we like now. We mix with people we like now. And that's enough. So we really have to really anchor down now to practicing this on a daily basis, acceptance of everything. Even if in the past we thought it might be bad, we have to not judge. It is as it is. It's not going to harm us, and we don't want it, so we can walk away anyway. Trusting that we're going to bring in exactly what will serve us in a beautiful and magnificent way. You see, when you start awakening to this pure, powerful magnificence we are, body, mind, spirit, all together working as one. One cannot work without the other. When we really see this, sense this, and claim it, it's like, yeah, plugging ourselves truly into the whole light. And then we come online totally. This powerful being, we can do anything. We will be able to do everything as soon as our body catches up. It's not going to take much longer. I remember last year in the summer, I painted the picture of me in my future presence. And I still employ everyone to take a look at where you want to find yourself, your light, what you look like, what's your life look like. It's very important. Even if it's going to change, at least you need one starting point, your wish, your desire. And it could be a feeling, but mine is always visual for some reason, and I don't need to know why. Wow, I feel as if I've lost 10 stone just with understanding that my immune system was still fighting the old way, giving symptoms. And you see, it's not necessary anymore. We're so wide awake now, and it can happen like that. It's taken me going on 30 years. But for the young ones now, or for the ones who are really intended, it can happen like that. I mean full-blown big picture. But when we see the big picture, it's very important not to judge it, that it's bad. It is what it is. And it's brought us, it has a job. It brought us to this now moment. So it's seeing the bigger picture, seeing, feeling this magnificent, powerful body, mind, spirit. And I call one body consciousness that is expanding in each moment, remembering more and more how it is our mission to bring unity and harmony to earth, to anchor it fully. That is what we're here to do. And we can only do that by being an example. So let's just go back to the breath, if you left it. Just visualizing all your cells, your DNA, all your immune system, which is basically controlled by the pineal, the pituitary, the hypothalamus, and the thalamus. All those glands near the third eye and the space around it. It is in charge of all your hormones, nervous system. It is your control center. So if there's anything in particular you want to heal, state it to yourself. And we're just going to focus on this space of the third eye, including all these glands, and just breathing in and out of it. And as you know, our breath is our loving presence. So we're just embracing this space. We're just thanking this space for looking after us all this time, for fighting for us, for being on our side, for following us no matter what, bad or good, better or worse. It worked for us until, as we see outside, it doesn't work. Duality, fighting, being in competition. It just doesn't work. Being in conflict. So we realize this now. No more fighting. So energetically we know this. And we know that we're going to watch our judgment very carefully, keeping ourselves to accepting. So we ask this space, our immune system, to follow, to give up the fight. How does that feel? For me, I just felt that the space went, whew, like it dropped all the tension. So we're just going to breathe into this space, loving it so much, being so grateful. But we're moving forward now in unity, in harmony. We've laid down our sword. Knowing that every step we make, shining our light, we only attract goodness, wellness, joy, peace. We're allowing energy. And as everything is energy, everything out there is energy, whether it's matter, physical or non-physical, we allow consciousness to serve us. We allow energy to serve us. And we're here to bring unity and harmony to Earth by being the example of giving up the fight in all ways. It's a big one. So know that everything happens for a reason. Every symptom you have has a message. And it's up to us to look at it, to allow it to speak. You see, this is all we need to do. We don't have to know all the details. No, think of a technique or a method. Just breathe into it. Have the intention of giving up the fight, allowing the immune system to relax, to embrace everything. To bring you through this time in wellness. To embrace all the viruses and the germs, everything, because everything serves us. If we make sure that we're happy, that we have no stress, so we're not fighting, and we eat what we feel our body needs, because that is changing now. So less things that are acidic to the body, which is basically everything but vegetables, fruit. So bringing that more into the diet, more vegetables and organic if possible, so that feeds all the orgasms in the microbiome, they call it, the good and the bad, you know, good and bad germs, viruses, which we need. So as long as we've got a big bed of like grass that all through our whole digestive system, it will do a good job. And that doesn't mean that we can't eat meat or have a drink or whatever within reason. But when we follow our body, we automatically know when's enough, you know? So I hope you feel nice and relaxed. I hope your immune system is going to work better for you. Another thing, what I really want to say about the immune system. And what helps? Salt water. So once a week, I take a glass of water with lemon and bicarb of soda, about half a teaspoon, and drink that. That makes sure your body stays in alkaline state. Make sure your body fluids are just in the right. And I think I'm not going to say a number because I don't really know the truth, but I've forgotten. I will actually write it down. I'll find it and write it down, because you can, when you go to the loo, you can test your urine with the those tests, and if it's below this alkaline or above the acid, you need to have more salt. If our body fluids are just perfect, there is no inflammation of the body. So that also means less sugar. Everything that we eat, so we've been given sugar, chocolates, and processed foods, it's all really bad for us. Fizzy drinks, Coca-Cola, my goodness. And this is part of the bigger picture that we see. This is how they have suppressed our immune system. Fill us up with sugar. It's poison. So it's very essential that we keep our body fluids at this alkaline level. I don't know, it's something like 7.4, 7.8. It needs to be between that. And then no inflammation, no disease, nothing can harm you. And then we can really be responsible for our own health. Anyway, I feel so good. I hope you do too. Thank you for being your magnificent selves. Look forward to being with you again and hearing from you how you're going. Thank you. Until the next time.